Okay, after you get step 4, drawing the interior walls, make sure those are correct. Um, the next step the author talks about is creating blocks. Now, I already did this for you just for the sake of time. So, under Module 7 here, you're going to find a file that says cabin blocks. It's going to look like page 457 in the 2020 edition. So just below cabin symbols, just above Qt PDF Writer, which by the way is a printer driver, is cabin blocks. So I'm going to click here and get this file to open with AutoCAD. Asks if I'm going to open it as a read-only, that's fine. Proxy graphics, do you want to substitute? This just means that it was made with an older copy of AutoCAD. Hit OK. So, first of all, let me show you something. This is a 3-foot front door, but hold on a second. This is a 3-foot front door, okay? This is from the top view. In other words, this is going to be in the floor plan. This is going to be on the elevation. Same object, two different views of it, top and front. You're going to find that very similar circumstance with other things. For example, this 3-foot by 4-foot window, right? And that would be in elevation. So this is what you would see standing outside, looking at the front or rear, wherever this window is. But let me show you something else. See the 3-foot 0 inch by 4-foot 0 inch, right? Let me show you something else. How to read this is a dropped off foot and inch symbols and a by symbol in between. So you got 3-foot 0 inch by 4-foot 0 inch single hung. SH is single hung. Now I already made blocks for you. What I want you to notice about a block is that it's kind of grouped together. See this? It's all unitized. It's all one thing. Now, a couple different ways to get these blocks into your drawing. We need to be able to place these in the drawing, okay? And we're going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that. So they want you to create the blocks. I've already done it for you. The next step, they're going to show you how to work with the blocks, and I'll show you how here shortly. But this is going to be on page 460. We need to start drawing the windows, right? We need to start cutting windows. So there's a window in the back here, and it's a 3040 SH. And it looks like they want you to be on the Windows layer. So I'm going to change layer from walls layer to Windows layer. Then I'm going to select this object, which is the outside. If you look at the dimensions, they want you to find the center of the window. Okay, so I pick this line, I press offset. I press layer as a sub instruction in the command bar. I want to change from source, which is a floor plan on a walls layer, to current, because I'm currently on a Windows layer. Okay. And then I type the distance. They tell me to offset 2'2", which is 24 and 2 is 26 inch. So I'm going to offset 26 inch inside. Notice when it made the copy, it's the same properties as my Windows layer, which was cyan color, okay? Okay, we got some more. Let's see, there's a 3040 on the opposite side. So I'm still in select mode for offset command. I pick the outside here, and I come across, looks like 9'5", 9'5", enter. Okay, so that's going to be for that window. Okay, it looks like they picked the outside of this rear exterior wall and come towards the front, 6 foot even, 72 inch. And then they take that line and come forward 4'9". 4'9", puts me here. Now, on the front corner, they take the outside here and they go towards the left. Looks like 5'10.5", so I type 5'10.5". Okay. Then I take the outside of this front exterior wall, and I offset it toward the front 2 foot even, 24. Next, it looks like they take the outside of this left wall, offset toward the right, 2 foot 9, 2 foot 9, enter. And then I take that copy and continue coming over, 3 foot 3.5, 3 foot 3.5. Now they take the front of the outside of this front exterior wall and copy toward the rear 1 foot 10, 1 foot 10. And let's see, they take the outside of this rear exterior wall and come forward 9 foot 11, 9 foot 11. And then they take that line and come forward 1 foot 10, which was this line here, 1 foot 10, 1 foot 10. Notice it lines up and blots out this line. Then they take that line and come even more forward, 1 foot 10, 1 foot 10. Okay, so that puts me here. Now keep in mind the window here, there's a window here. It's a 3040 SH. So next, we need to start putting our blocks in. Now a couple different ways to do this. In the tabs, your open files, you've got cabin open and blocks open. One way to insert blocks, I'll show you this. Go to the view tab. There's a funny little button right in the lower left column of the palettes ribbon here. Lower left, very lower left, it's called the Design Center. The typewritten command is ADCENT or AD Center, Autodesk Design Center. If I press that, let me show you how to kind of navigate through this. It's going to open a Design Center palette. And right now I've got two files open. I got the cabin open and I got the blocks file open. One of the easiest ways to read through this, let me show you, whenever this loads. Oh, okay. One of the easiest ways to read through this is automatically it starts off with the folders tab. Go to the open drawings tab. These are both your files that have been opened. Watch. And let me show you what I mean. So here's my cabin blocks. Here's my cabin. If I double click on cabin blocks, you get a listing. The very top is blocks. I'm going to double click on that. One way to insert a block is this. Watch. Let me kind of position this a little bit different. Okay. So I need a 3040 back here. It needs to be at this endpoint. I'm going to find a 3040 in here in plan view, which is top view looking down. Let's see, 3040, 3040, where are we at? Oh, right here. Make sure you're on a Windows layer. You can actually left click, press and hold and drag this block out. The base point I picked is centered with the window. So that's one way to put your windows in. But there's another way too that I'm going to show you. Go to your blocks file. I think this will save time. I'm going to select everything, okay? I'm going to select everything. Go back to the Home tab. You see your clipboard. You got clipboard paper on paper. That's clipboard copy. I'm going to copy these, okay? Then I'm going to go to my cabin file. And I'm going to go to clipboard again. See where it says paste? Paste has a drop down arrow. I'm going to paste special. And what I want to paste special is AutoCAD entities. Make sure AutoCAD entities is selected. Hit OK. You're going to need to pick a base point, a point to put these on. So I'm going to click somewhere out here. And that will put all your blocks. Now, how to insert them. I got another 3040. Let's see. There's a 3040 that goes to this endpoint right here. Watch this. I can go to insert. You have a block ribbon. Insert. And you'll find all the blocks now that you copied them in here in this listing here. So I'm going to find that 3040 once again, same window, and click. Now, this window needs to be rotated. If you look at the command bar, you get an option to rotate. So I'm going to rotate, and it needs an angle. It wants an angle. I'm going to type 90. Notice it rotated it opposite. And let me put this right here. Now you can do this with a block too. You can copy it, select it, right click copy. I'm going to copy it from the endpoint here. I guess, let me see. Where's that go? To this endpoint here. Very good. So you can copy blocks. That's not something that you cannot do. Let's see. Something else I need to mention. Something else I need to mention about a block. Let's say you need to edit a block. For example, this oven here. I don't like the color red. How do you edit a block? It's pretty simple. All you got to do is double click on the block. It's going to put you in block editor mode. It gives you a listing of all the blocks. So edit block definition, oven. I hit OK. Notice how block editor mode your whole ribbon changes. You see this? Your ribbon should change. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. So different things you can do here. First of all, under action parameters, see where it says point. Press the drop down arrow. These are all the different things you can do. One of them is a base point. I could modify the base point. That's a place to grip the block from. By the way, this palette on the far left that came out, same thing. Same thing as action parameters here, okay? But let's say I don't like this red. I can actually select the red, go to the Home tab, go to Properties, and let me change that from red to, I don't know, green, okay? Now here's the thing. There's a green check. You can hit Close Block Editor, and I'm going to save the change instead of discarding the change. Notice that my block has been updated. That's how you edit a block. Simply double click on it. Now I didn't necessarily need to do that, so I'm going to Control Z and undo that, okay? So I undid that, but I just wanted to show you how to edit a block. You've got some more windows to put in. So let's see. We've got another 3040. I'm simply going to copy this one. Watch. Select it, right click copy selection. I'm going to copy that to here. Okay. Let's see, what else do I got here? I got a 3040 SH over here. That I need to insert. But notice the tag is going to be the opposite way. Now watch this. I'm going to go insert. Watch this. Let's see, 3040. I'm going to press rotate. I'm going to click here and click due south, I think. Yeah, there we go. That way I can put it in here. But the tag, if you look at the problem, this tag needs to be upside down. Let me show you how to solve this. First of all, let me erase this line. But this tag needs to be rotated. If I edit this block, double click and edit, it's going to edit all the rest. So I need to make this block unique than the other blocks. Here's how to do that. Once you get it in a position, go ahead and trim. So I'm going to trim out between here, okay? And then I'm going to select this block, this window, and move it away. How do you change a block back to text and lines and circles and etc.? You can explode the block. When you do it, it automatically puts it back on a zero layer. Should mention that. If I click on anything, it goes, notice it goes back on a zero layer. I need to rotate this text, watch. So I'm going to rotate it. And I'm just going to estimate where I think a base point to spin it around is. Oh, well, it picked somewhere funny for me. That's okay. Rotate it, and now I'm going to move it back in there. Let's get you in there. Okay, good. Now, here's another way to create a block. Select your object. Go to clipboard cut. See the one with scissors? Cut it. It's going to disappear. And then I'm going to go to clipboard paste. Drop down, paste as block. So, but this is a very different block. If I double click,